The day is January 15, 2020. The Blazers are in another intense matchup with the Houston Rockets when in the fourth quarter, Westbrook backs down Lillard and gets fouled. According to Lillard, here's how the conversation went.
Saying he can't guard me down there. Can't guard me, you hear him. Do you think Russ remembers last year at OKC, that long jumper that Dame hit?
3, 2, 1. The Beard is back with Russell Westbrook. The King has Anthony Davis. This Saturday, they're ready for liftoff.
So how did Westbrook and Lillard get to this point? Let's take a trip down memory lane. Before emerging as two of the top point guards in the league, Westbrook and Lillard were underdogs. Both grew up in tough neighborhoods. Westbrook on Compton Avenue and Lillard in the streets of Oakland. For Westbrook, he was cut from the high school team as a freshman and even surprised himself thinking that he could ever get to the NBA. He wasn't a prize recruit, but his competitiveness and motor got UCLA coach Ben Howland's attention, even though Westbrook continued making mistakes. UCLA didn't know what they had, but they took a chance on Russ and got rewarded with 2 Final Four appearances. Lillard's path on the other hand was a little harder. In high school, he played with the Oakland Rebels, who didn't make cable, and thus he couldn't get the attention that he needed to play for the top schools. He was the 48th ranked point guard in his class according to ESPNU, but Weber State head coach Randy Ray decided to take a chance on him. Lillard's confidence and motivation drove him to break every school record possible, which got him climbing up the draft board. Eventually, Westbrook got drafted 4th overall by the Seattle Supersonics and Lillard by the Trail Blazers at 6th overall. Their confidence and drive helped them emerge as superstars in the NBA, which now takes us to December 13, 2016, when Westbrook and Lillard are now the unquestioned first options on their respective teams. In the second quarter of the game, Adams gets a dunk and Westbrook kicks the ball away from Lillard for no apparent reason and says to him, "What are you gonna do about it?" There's nothing concrete that explains why he may have done this, but as I mentioned earlier about his competitiveness, this is who Westbrook was. Nothing happened after a while, but on January 22nd, 2019, Westbrook started beefing with the whole Blazers squad. In the second quarter, Evan Turner scores on a post-up against Westbrook and does the famous rock the baby celebration to him. When asked about it afterwards, Westbrook says this.
Rock the baby move. Oh no, I didn't even see it, honestly. I didn't see it. He can rock right back to Portland.
Later in the game, Westbrook and Nurkic get in a weird laughter exchange after Westbrook misses a shot. During the post-game interview, Westbrook gets asked about being screened by Nurkic when he first next questions the reporter and appears to whisper, and Nurkic responded on Twitter by saying, "Why not, Westbrook?" But now onto the important part. Lillard shooting free throws when Westbrook famously says,
"It won't be an under the rim, Smitty."
And before this matchup, Westbrook does have the better stats, but Lillard has the better record at 10-9. Lillard responds by saying that, "Ain't shit over when I'm out here. We are going to see. You know what time it is." Lillard's referring to Dame time, which fans first saw in the NBA in 2014 against, yeah, you guessed it, the Oklahoma City Thunder, when he tied the game in the fourth quarter. The personal rivalry gets built up a little bit more when he hits a bomb over Westbrook in the 2019 All-Star game, which sets up the 2019 NBA playoffs. Now, Westbrook and the Thunder were coming into this matchup with a lot of confidence. They had just swept the Blazers in the season series, and the Blazers were coming off their previous playoff series in 2018, where they got swept against the Pelicans. But the Thunder were not ready for Lillard. In Game 2, Lillard and Westbrook get tangled up on the baseline, where Lillard continues pestering Westbrook until he falls down. And later in the game, Lillard guards Westbrook well and gets pumped up when he misses. And on the next possession, Lillard pulls a badass move as he proceeds to hit another deep bomb against Westbrook to help the Blazers go up 2-0. In Game 3, Westbrook gets his revenge, and the Thunder talk trash whenever they could. On the first play, Westbrook gets in the post and hits a tough shot as well as drawing the and one against Lillard, where he proceeds to rock the baby along with his teammate Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder later mocks Lillard by pointing to his wrist indicating Dame time. And finally, in the fourth quarter, Lillard makes 2 free throws and tells Westbrook that he isn't shit, but Westbrook responds by hitting a 3 on him with the shot clock running down. But the Blazers win Game 4, which sets up you know what. The day is April 23, 2019. The Oklahoma City Thunder have a 10-point lead with 5.5 minutes to go, but this is when Lillard starts officially taking over, knowing that the game is on the line. The Blazers work the way back and tie the game, and after Westbrook misses the shot, let's relive one of the most iconic moments in NBA history.
To send the Thunder home. Lillard, long range three. It's good! Are you kidding me?
In the post-game interview, Lillard says he was just waving goodbye because the Thunder were eliminated, but he posts this on his Instagram, which may have been a shot at Westbrook, but again, you can never define a man's intentions. However, he ends Westbrook's tenure in Oklahoma City as he is traded to the Rockets in the beginning stages of a rebuild for the Thunder. Now through these events, Lillard has continuously said it's pure competition on the court. After another battle with Westbrook on January 29, 2020, he went on Instagram to post a picture of him and Westbrook hugging with the caption, "They confuse competing with hate." Just over a decade ago, both of these players weren't even sure if they were going to make the NBA, and their journey to the NBA was possible due to their competitive nature and confidence in their abilities, which has developed an intense rivalry on the court, but great mutual respect off the court. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. If you want consistent NBA content, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you guys can watch further videos up to date. Please stay safe and peace out.